morning. Welcome once again to our coffee morning. The old man stood on the bank of the river as it rushed past him through the narrow gorge beneath as it sped on its way south to join the ocean. Swollen by the floods of early winter, the water swirled and foamed and roared by. The floodwater a rich coffee colour with its load of silt and detritus washed out of the hills and fields upstream. It looked so cold and not without menace. The man needed to cross it, to get to his destination, no more than a few miles further on. He was almost there, and the sky was darkening again as he wondered what his next move would be, as a cold, damp wind made him shudder at the very thought. But he knew that it would not be possible to wade or swim across, and there was no ferry. And then the light changed to green, so he got back into his car again and drove across the handsome pink and blue iron bridge. I'm sure he's not the only person to have found himself confronted by what appeared to be a problem, which was nothing of the sort. It was easy to look at all the difficulties and obstacles, real and imagined, and suddenly be struck by the solution that had been staring us in the face all along. Many of us must have pondered on the idea that we would cross that bridge when we come to it. This seems to imply that the problem will be the bridge, whereas the bridge is more often than not the solution. As a people, we have shown ourselves to be consummate problem solvers. Our recent experiences of pandemic and the development of solutions surely prove this. Yet, we still cannot stop ourselves looking for further problems to solve, sometimes when there isn't one. The solution to our perceived problem or difficulty may not always be as clear and obvious as the one faced by the chap by the bridge, but sometimes it is, maybe more often than we think, as there is nearly always a bridge of some sort, just as many sorts and designs of bridge. Solutions come in many styles too. Faced with a narrow but deep gap to cross, a simple stone slab or clapper bridge, or even a log would do, but crossing a wide river estuary will take years of planning to achieve, the solution being proportional to the problem. And even then, the outcome may not be the one wanted. The poet William McGonagall's poem about the Tay Bridge disaster attests to this. But even this tragedy had an upside, as subsequent designs were improved and the sum of human knowledge increased, even if the cause of poetry took a bit of a hit. Bridges hinted a promise that where there is a problem, there is often a solution ready at hand, even though we may not immediately recognise it. In a way, somewhat opposite to the way that a gate can enclose and define an outlook, bridges suggest further onward movement and release from constraint. The act of crossing in itself, putting an obstacle behind you, but the bridge and the gate share a similar important function relating to the human condition because they both tend to attract people to them. Maybe we recognise them both as crossing places where ideas and people mix and blend and solutions offer themselves. And bridge parapets, like gates, are also a good height for leaning on, to watch and think, or again, just watch. The boy leaned his fishing rod against the parapet of the bridge and waited patiently. A passerby, amused because this was a railway bridge, asked the boy how many he'd caught so far. "You were the 24th, he said. Well, enjoy your coffee and your tea and have a lovely day. Then don't forget, phone your friend.